So here we are, back at the allotment. I've been dying to do some sewing here for about 6 months, and ever since I took my chattel sewing machine back home, after the short amount of time it was here, I've been wanting to get this down here. And the beauty of this one against the treadle is it doesn't have to stay here because it's a hand crank, and so it can go back and forth, as you can see. Ooh, that's a bit stiff. First rule of sewing: no matter which way you open your sewing machine, it will always be the wrong way. So my plan is make some new bunting to go on the shed. We've had several weeks of hot and dry weather here in the north of England. It's the 3rd week of May now, and I think we might have had 5 or 6 weeks without rain, but we are forecast some tonight, and I've suddenly realised that I might miss my chance to do this here if I don't get going with it now. So it spurred me on to get this out and have a go. Now, if you've watched my other videos, you'll know that I got given this as a present, part of my birthday present last year. It came from a local charity shop, and my husband got it working. It wasn't working when we got it, and my husband's got it working. So I tried it very quickly this morning, and it seems to be okay. So while I just make sure this is all okay, I just wanted to say, if you haven't watched any of my videos before, I'm a granny who lives in the northwest of England. I'm semi-retired, and in my free time, when I'm not sewing with an O here on this little plot of land that I rent, I'm sewing with an E, and on occasion I will combine the two and bring this up here and do some sewing. So if either of those things interests you, then, and you haven't subscribed, then please would you consider doing that. I'd be very grateful. And I'd just like to say thank you to existing subscribers who've been very patient over the last few weeks, because I haven't uploaded anything while I've been trying to catch up with the plot. And also, if you've recently subscribed, I always think if people subscribe to your videos when you've not uploaded anything very recently, it's always showing a bit of faith, which I'm very grateful for, but it does encourage me to get back and do something, which is why I'm doing this today. So the last video I did was when I made my spring frame quilt, and these are some of the leftovers, and because I've only got limited resources up here, I have pre-cut some of the flags, and I'm not sure that I'm going to hit any hitches with my machine. It's its first time out for a little while since it was renovated. This is some of the sashing off the quilt that was left over, so I've made that into some binding. So it's about 3 inches wide. Just fold the edge in like that, and then fold it in half. I don't buy bias binding because it's fairly expensive, and for bunting you don't need bias binding because you're not actually going to be turning any corners. It's straight, so you just need a strip of fabric, and I prefer to make it. So I'll start by making some of the flags. Hello. So, a quick update on where we are with the plot. This was it in high summer last year. I was growing squash, cucumber, raspberries, chard, and spinach. But there was still a lot of perennial weeds there and grass growing up everywhere it could. And I was quite pleased with the harvest that we did get. And I was pleased that I'd made a start, considering I'd only taken over the new plot at the end of May. But by the end of the year, this aerial shot made me realise that the grass was encroaching again and had really only managed to keep it at bay. So I spent the winter covering up sections to kill the grass. And this is March this year, where there was a bit of progress made and I'd added compost and mulch onto the beds ready for planting. Carried on digging up the perennial weeds, which were joyfully fed to the chickens. So I'm now actually getting to a point where I'm starting to feel as though I've got some control. I'll never allow the grass to take over as much again. I'll keep adding wood chip to the paths when I've got it available. We get it from a local cricket club. It has more than it needs, so we are allowed to collect it from there. And I'm aiming to make this top plot as productive as I possibly can this year. So here's the top plot as of May 2025. As I say, I just took it over exactly a year ago, and I've now got growing at the bottom of the picture. You can see potatoes, and the path, the black path on the right, where I'm standing. To the right of that, there's a strip which I've devoted to flowers, particularly flowers that can be cut to put in vases. And also growing there are courgettes, a squash celeriac, and beetroots and onions. And then I've made a teepee sort of top leftish there, and you can see that's going to be for beans. climbing beans and borlotti beans. And the small flowers up at the top of the picture, and you can't really see them, they're just small plants at the moment. All down the left hand side is fruit bushes, blueberries and raspberries mainly. And so I will be giving updates over the summer, showing you what I'm picking, what I'm harvesting, what I'm planting. I won't be putting the allotment to bed for the winter. It will still be producing leeks and cabbages and food for the chickens. And so I hope you'll subscribe for updates on how this plot is going. So there you can see the flowers and the path, and time to get back to some sewing.